Today's webinar. My name's Jenna. I'm with Emerging Destinations, and we represent cool companies in cool places. Today, I'm being joined by Mary, who you can see up there on your screen, and she is from our Italy DMC Tomorrow Travels. So you can tell her lovely Rome background. So I'm going to let her do the introduction to Tomorrow Travel today. But before I pass things along, I'm just going to take a quick minute to give some housekeeping notes. So I don't know if everyone's noticed, but there's a slightly new look to go to a webinar. So if you have any questions about that, just please feel free to type them through using the GoToWebinar control panel. We'll also be doing a Q&A at the end of today's presentation, so you can type through any questions that you have for Tomorrow Travel or for Mary. And last but not least, this webinar will be recorded. So all of our previously recorded webinars you can find on our Emerging Destinations YouTube channel or on our Emerging Destinations website as well. They are listed there too. So please feel free to ask questions throughout the presentation, and we will get to them at the end. I think that is everything that I have to say, Mary. I am going to pass things along to you. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Jenna, for the introduction, and thanks everyone for joining this webinar. I'm Maria Rita, for my friends Mari, so you can call me Mari. And I'm based in Rome, even though I don't live in front of the Colosseum as is my background. And today in this webinar, I will let you know how to discover authentic Italy tailored to every travelers. So you will learn about us, about our service, and how we can work together and grow together actually, because it's a cooperation that we do. So let's start. So basically, our goal is to let your client leave the destination like an insiders, like a local. So observing details, wandering on the ancient street, really getting know like, how food and wine, local cultural heritage. So journeys for us must reflect your client's preference, interest, the idea of journey that they have. Okay. And before like giving you a presentation about Tomorrow Travel, let me introduce myself. So I was born in Sicily. I grew up in Tuscany, and I've been living in Rome for the past 10 years. So I cross Italy quite a lot, and I can tell you that every region has its own identity on soul. I have a background in tourism, so traveling is not just my job; it's also my passion. But behind that, like what truly motivates me, and that's why I'm doing the position as a sales manager, is human connection, human bonds. So for me, being sales is not chasing client or like, I don't know, fill an Excel file with your contact details. Is more like building networks, really long-standing relationship based on trust, on mutual support and respect. And sometimes it happens that we met in person and we just have an aperitif and then we turn in a friendship. And how it is started is Tomorrow Travel is a women-led agency. So these four women that you see, that the founders, Antonella is the strategic mind behind all that, and Valeria is the one very detailed person behind all the FAQ requests. Teresa is the group pillar, and Fabiola is the mind behind all the math and the administration matters. So there are four women, distinct women with different background, different personalities, but yet, I mean, they share that like a same future, same vision that is Tomorrow Travel. So that's why we are proud to say that now we are more than 20 professionals. Is an incoming tourism. We are fully dedicated to the tailor-made travel for FIT and groups. And we strictly work with the B2B market only, so with the travel advisors like you and tour operators. And we target mainly North America. So 90% of the market that we are working and we have been working for 30 years is United States and Canada. We cover all Italy, so from the north to the south, including the highland. Um, our membership in the listed networks, I think, can prove the commitment that we have in terms of high quality and professional approach that we have. We are still getting in the process for other travel networks, and we are working many travel advisors from Virtuoso, from Costline, from travel leaders. So we know the process of many different contexts. And these are the international fairs that we'll be attending this year. So I hope that some of you will attend and join some events like these, so we can meet in person. What we do, so what we provide is basically all land arrangement coming from accommodation, itineraries from the iconic cities as well as less popular cities, experience, guided tours, transfers and transportation, museum ticket, ferries, wherever is land, okay, except the flights. That's what we do. And we have solution for a wide range of like budget travelers. So for the one that are like more value conscious travelers, as well the one looking for more luxury experience. That's also why we launched Italux Journeys. There's a luxury travel division more for exclusive high-end clients. But if your client is a mix of that, because we know that luxury is not black and white, like I'm luxury, I'm not. Sometimes a mix like combination, because some of them, they are like more focused on experience, and some of them, they want to have exclusive property. So we can really work on requests from different kind. And we work with renewal chain as well, boutique hotels, for the one like looking for intimate atmospheres, villa hotels, and we do have experience of different kind. We do not limit ourselves to one profile, so that's why we work with FIT and groups, as I mentioned, couples, honeymoon, small family, multi-generation travel, so the big family like up to 15 people, friends, and special interested small groups, as well as groups of like largest groups. What we do is like to really customize the itinerary depending on the said client preference, interest, budget, and we do always find a balance between personal discovery. That means that we always give some optional tours, some 3-day like day at leisure with optional experience, and when we put like experience inside the itinerary, we always try to give you the best authentic ones, supporting our local community. The travel themes that we cover, like a wide range of them. I mean, I just like put some of the ideas that I've been working on, like of course the most common one are cultural and heritage, food and wine, women only, wellness, adventurous. As I said, we also have a group department, like very specialized in also groups of different kind and age and size. So that's why we have also religious and corporate and educational. But of course, this is the 100% what happened, that everyone design his own team. So if you want to include some gastronomic discoveries, more timeless rides or wherever you want to do, we do customize for you. I want to start like to give you some practical ideas now, like something that can inspire you for the next travel request that you might have, you might work with for Italy, and hopefully we can work together. So I just decided to divide the kind of different kind of activity. I mean, just few, like mentioning just few travel experience. So starting for women only tours, that is something that is very common. We can organize a sunset rooftop aperitivo, a shopping exclusive session with a personal stylish. We can have a lot of wellness experience, as well as artisan moments like leather, jewelry making, lace experience. This one is literally in the grandmother's house. As you can see, typical house of a grandmother in Italy, and you can do really a local experience. Of course, we know that a lot of clients that you have are family with kids, so there are a lot of experience that can fit everyone, like not just private visit to like Vatican Museum, but really designed for families, but also cooking moments like gelato for kids, gladiator experience in which I think the parents are like having more fun than the children themselves. and workshop of different kind. We have family hotels specialized with kids programs, like with water attraction, garden activities. There are even some of them that have spa for kids, so they just having a chocolate massage. So we can really organize tours, an itinerary all around the family with guides that are very specialized in approaching family with kids. Of course, I know that I think the main reason why you and your clients are coming in my country is for food and wine. So here, I mean, I just mentioned like 10 because otherwise I should have a whole presentation just for this. But you know that every region has its own wine, its own food. So of course we can do a lot of wine experience, cooking class, pizza, pasta. We can have different like street food in Sicily as well as in Rome. Visit olive oil producers. So I mean, a lot of that. I cannot mention everyone. And there are those that want to join for local arts and crafts. So of course we can have, for example, our Florentine perfume making. We can do pottery, mosaic making, leather craftsman workshop. We can have more like a very special experience like cashmere experience in Umbria or lemon-based artisan product making. Open air like watercolor classes in Como Lake, so there are a lot of activity as well. I know also that I mean Italy is also a destination, especially approaching in summer for sea experience. So of course, a lot of private boat tours in Amalfi Coast, in Apulia, in Sicily. Lake option as well. And just to let you know that also we provide catamaran for cruising experience. So you can cruise, for example, from Amalfi Coast to Sicily, or I don't know, from Sardinia to Corsica. So that's some option like there. From you can see Italy from a different point of view from the sea. You can have a fishing tour and have a lunch and dinner on the boat. So as well, a lot of activities. And we are also seeing an increasing request of people that prefer mountain adventures. So, of course, the iconic lakes, northern lakes that we have, Dolomites, not just in winter, but especially in summer, I would say there are a lot of requests on that. You can combine with the Switzerland, so you can do the panoramic Bernina Express train. One of the most common hiking is also the Cinque Terre one or the adventure in Monte Etna in Sicily. But you might be curious that also other regions have this kind of offering, like in Piedmont or in Sardinia. Of course, we have for every taste. So for those who want to relax, some having yoga retreat or like visit some natural hot springs in Tuscany, as well as the one looking for adrenaline activity. So we're selling a lot of, for example, test drive on track for Ferrari, Lamborghini. Or like helicopter tour, hot air balloon flyovers Tuscany. There are like part of, I mean, I think part of the clients and the travelers are also starting to travel not in the high season but in shoulder season. So they want to see, they come to Italy to see our tradition. So they want to see our patron saint celebration or our local food and wine fairs, what we call as a sagre. And or maybe they come to Italy because they want to just like visit the kind of small town in which the grandfather was born like 50 years ago. So we can also organize an itinerary around your Italian roots, and we connect also with the mayor of the village to find the house in which the grandfather was living at the time. So this is kind of really off the beaten path destination. And last but not least, I think also a lot of clients travel to Italy to celebrate a personal event. So for a special anniversary, birthday, graduation, wedding proposal, for example, we do have professional photographers to capture this moment. This was, for example, a few months ago in Como Lake. We also organize a symbolic ceremony for weddings. So, of course, the official wedding has been in your country, but then they come here to just have the ceremony on the Amalfi Coast in Sicily, or any kind of romantic getaway they must have. So in these, of course, we also provided bespoke amenities, like, I don't know, balloon, cakes, a kind of special gift that they can find in the hotels. Something that I think is quite new, it's also to visit a city from a different point of view, like stepping inside a movie. So, for example, see Rome, discovering all the places in which, I don't know, Roman holidays, La Dolce Vita is set, or Sicily was, Taormina, I mean, was super overcrowded after the White Lotus. And recently we also did an itinerary focus on Bond 007. So we just discovered all the places in Venice, in Como Lake, and Casino Royale. I mean, I just give you some idea. There are a lot of to process, but just to tell you that, I mean, that were a lot of experience, and of course, around the experience, we can organize everything. So from the accommodation, the day tours, the transfers. So just to give you a couple of examples, if your clients, besides if they have done like Tuscany, Rome, Florence, Venice, so they want to see something different, they can evaluate to stay in Tuscany, but in a countryside. So in Villa Casagrande, that we are almost an exclusive partnership with, is in the countryside, but very well connected. Is an historical 14th century residence, and you can do a lot of activity on site, or you can do join day tours and do yoga. You see Cinque Terre, see Venice, and everything. And also, I always suggest, if you like Tuscany, to not pass on Umbria, because Umbria is the green heart of Italy. There are a lot of small villages that are even more beautiful than San Gimignano. So you can say in Posta Donini there's a 4-star superior, like really with a botanic park all around, and the frescoes in the rim, and you can do a lot of visiting the charming medieval village all around. If you go south, for example, in Apulia or in Sicily as well, you can stay in like 5 stars Borgo Ignazia, that really resemble like traditional village with this white
Hey there, everyone. Looks like we lost Mary, so just give her a minute. I'm sure it's just an issue with her Wi-Fi. But if you have any questions right now, might as well type those through on the GoToWebinar control panel so we can get those lined up for her for when she's back. Actually, in the meantime, there is a video that we have loaded that I was going to play at the end, but I am going to go ahead and play that for everybody right now, unless we have her back. Mary? Oop. All right, here's the video for you.
So I was saying that, I mean, how we can do this is just like not just for our team, so that is very passionate and dedicated, but also for the trusted supply networks that we have. I mean, it took years to refine the networks that we have, but the partners and suppliers that we are working with, it's decades, so they're like family to us. We have direct contract with inventory, we monitoring every year the quality, and we just like fully aligned to provide the same service, the same quality service. And that's guarantee us competitive rates, even though sometimes it happens that, I don't know, you have an itinerary, you tell us that like you want to do the hotels by yourselves and do all the land arrangement. I always suggest you to ask for the hotel rates as well, because like most of the case, we have competitive rates thanks to the contract that we have with them. And we have flexible terms and conditions, so we don't require deposit at the booking unless it's something very exclusive and special. And we guarantee comfort and safety. So we have an emergency phone number 24 hours, 7 days. Once you send a request, we try our best to reply in 40 hours. And there would be a same contact from the start to the end, so it's very personal, the same person doing back and forwards with you, an adjustment, and a person that knows the request from the beginning. Okay, so I think that at this point, I mean, I've talked for 20 minutes, you have seen a lot of things, but the best way is just to try to test us. So if you have a travel request to Italy, I suggest you to send a request to us. I will share my contact email, and I will forward the request to the appropriate members of the team, and also provided the different contact emails of my colleagues. Please include client type, the travel period, the length of stay, the budget, and you will receive a quote with the itinerary, with inclusion, terms and condition, as well as deposit and payment information. And from that point on, any adjustment you need to have, we will do. So we refine the itinerary as many times as needed until the confirmation. And finally, you can stay very sleep safely in your bed while your client is traveling to Italy, because we take care everything. We guide him all the way back. So if flights got late, if something happened, we really solve the problem immediately before you wake up. This is the contact you can rely on. So the general manager, this is mine, sales at tomorrowtravel.it. So thank you for the attention. Thank you for listening. And I remain at your disposal for any questions that you might have. Thanks you.
Thank you so much, Mary, for that great presentation. As I mentioned before, just when you cut off for a minute there, I actually played the video right then, just because I wasn't sure when you were going to be back. So we have watched the video, but we do have lots of questions that have come in for you. So I'm going to get started on those. Let's see at the beginning here. Would you be able to provide a list of resorts that do weddings and all-inclusive, just for all-inclusive resorts, sorry.
Yes, so inclusive resorts, you mean like that you have also on-site activity, right?
Yeah, or just like food, beverage, like everything's included.
Yes, we do.
Okay, perfect. So we can include that in the follow-up. Are packages flexible to do combo, small group, and private tours? So if you could send like a list of a la carte activities instead of a full package program, or how do you guys work?
So basically, we try to have everything under control, so to work on a full itinerary with all things included. That's because, I mean, something like happen, the client called us like the emergency phone number for some service and we didn't book, but we also work on only land arrangement, like except for example accommodation. So if you have a request, you need for the request then only transfers, only some tours, or only some experience, we can provide that too, no problem. And we can also do a combination of private as well as shared activities in small groups. So you can choose that. Like sometimes happen the client, I don't know, want to do some cooking class in a small groups and then want to do a private visit for something else. So we
Right.
can do both.
Okay, great. And to kind of build off that question, this question here, do you offer pre and post cruise requests and packages as well then? So,
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah.
A lot of we are working with a lot of cruises, so they just like want the pre and the post staying or just the activity on the day when the cruise landed in Civitavecchia. So yeah, definitely.
Okay, perfect. And kind of switching gears here a little bit, which region would you say is best for wheelchair mobility?
That's a good question. I mean, Italy, unfortunately, is not very ready for that. Ready for that. I mean, a lot of facility, like a lot of hotels that have just one room for that because they have to do that for the Italian law, but they're not prepared. I think depending it's all every region can be okay depending on the like the person we will move from one place to another one. So if you're in the big cities, of course, I will not suggest to take the underground but just having private transfers all the way back because there are a lot of stairs and everything. So there are like, for example, Tuscany and Umbria, that are a small medieval village that they have a lot of cobblestone, narrow streets, so they're not really fit for wheelchairs, unfortunately. So I will tell that like the iconic Rome and Florence and Venice could work. They're like, or like a Sicily or like, yeah, the north usually is the best fit, but I will not choose the small village for that reason.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can you do us a favor and just reshare that contact slide that you had up a minute
Yeah,
ago? A couple people are
yeah,
asking for that. And
yeah.
then while
So
you get that put up, I will, perfect. Awesome. Now, a couple questions in regards to payments and minimums. So, do you guys have a minimum booking amount?
no, we don't. We don't. We don't have a minimum stay, not a minimum budget, because we respect every request for us is the same. I mean, even if you're asking for, we will try to do the best, even if the budget is low, we will try to suggest a different option and alternative to just enjoy the location, the destination as well. Just by the way, maybe sometimes someone of you will ask this question. We work with both net and gross rate. So when you send a request, just tell us, inform us if you prefer the net rates or the gross rate. We usually provide a 12% of commission because we think it's quite competitive to the quotes remain competitive. But if you like to have a different percentage of commission, I don't know, 15%, 14%, just tell us and we will include that.
Okay, great. So, in terms of payment, are people able to pay with the client's credit card or is
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So definitely you can pay with wire transfer as well. Credit card client can pay directly. So we will send you a link that is of course 100% safe. We don't see any card details on that. So it just is for payment. So the client click on that and you pay. Yeah.
And what are your working hours? So, if people need to get a hold of you guys for quotes, etc.
Yes, so basically we work from Monday to Friday from 9:30 a.m. Italy time to 6:30 p.m. Italy time. So that's the working hours. Of course, except for travelers that are traveling, so that we have the 24-hour 7-day
Right.
emergency phone number for that. But the hours we will process the request will be this from Monday to Friday.
Okay. I think I've just about got through all of the questions. Let me just take a quick peruse. Is there anything else anybody else would like to know? I think she did a great job of covering all of the information. So that looks like we are, yeah, we are good with that, Mary. So right on
Amazing.
30 minutes on the dot, so we did it. If anybody else has any ideas or anything else they'd like to hear about from Tomorrow Travel for future webinars, please also feel free to reach out to us. My email is jenna@emergingdestinations.com. Hopefully everyone's familiar with me and my email by now, but if you do have any questions for me or Mary, please feel free to reach out. But we know how busy you are these days with everything leading up to the busy travel summer months, so we do appreciate your time and for you being here. And if there's anything that you missed, as I mentioned, we will send out the recording to everybody, whether you were attendance or not, so you can tune in or rehear any parts that you might want to listen to again. So thank you so much, as I said, for your time, and thank you, Mary, as well, because I know
Thank you
it's
for all.
for you.
Thanks, and enjoy your day. And I will looking forward to receive your emails.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great Wednesday. Bye now.